Chiamo sul palco Sonia Eschiu e Federico Montesanto. Io sono Giampiero Di Carlo di Rockall. Oggi ho il piacere di, grazie all'iniziativa di Pirames International, di essere colui che forse per la prima volta presenta una delle più importanti organizzazioni, se non la più importante organizzazione internazionali dedicate all'industria musicale, la Music Business Association, che esiste da tanti anni. Prima si chiamava NARM, è basata a Nashville e oggi è rappresentata qui da Sonia Eschiu, che ricopre il ruolo di Director of Membership and Academic Partnership della MBA. La Music Business Association ha un modello particolare, ha un approccio particolare, rappresenta tutta la filiera della musica e ha uno scopo globale, quindi anche una dimensione globale. Tra poco Federico racconterà questo approccio particolare, racconterà anche il legame di Pirames, che ha preso l'iniziativa di portare la MBA in Italia con la MBA, e successivamente Sonia ci farà una presentazione con l'ausilio di alcune slide su quello che è lo scopo, su quelle che sono le attività della Music Business Association. Sonia parla inglese, noi parleremo un po' in italiano e un pochino in inglese. Se ci sarà poi una o più domande finali, le faremo in inglese in modo che Sonia possa partecipare. Tutto quello che sto dicendo gliel'ho già detto, quindi lei sa quello che sto dicendo. I was just repeating what I told you backstage. Ok. Federico, la parola a te.
Grazie, buongiorno a tutti, benvenuti soprattutto. Io volevo fare prima una brevissima introduzione ringraziando la Milano Music Week per l'opportunità di questa partnership e sponsorship, che onestamente mi auguro prosegua anche negli anni prossimi. L'obiettivo di questi eventi sponsored by Pirames nasce fondamentalmente per non essere autocelebrativo di Pirames, ma per consentire, per creare un ponte verso soprattutto l'internazionalità. Quindi l'obiettivo anche dei prossimi panel sponsored by Pirames si suppone non abbiano me sul palco, ma abbiano dei panelist internazionali. Quindi spero sinceramente l'anno prossimo di proseguire su questa strada. Riguardo la Music Business Association, noi come Pirames International Limited, che è la nostra società americana, siamo partner da 3 anni e main sponsor del Music Beats da 2. Devo dire che personalmente per me è stata una rivelazione conoscere la Music Business Association, perché vengo da tanti anni di politica di settore qui in Italia e onestamente non immaginavo una forma di associazione diversa da quella che abbiamo in Italia sostanzialmente, no? Dove le nostre associazioni sono rappresentative di categorie dei produttori come PMI, degli artisti o degli editori come Musa FM e via dicendo. Invece la Music Business Association nasce sostanzialmente con una grossa differenza: non fa rappresentatività per i propri membri, fa business networking, cioè quindi nasce con l'obiettivo di creare networking all'interno dell'intera filiera, e con questo modello sono riusciti a mettere, passatemi il termine, sotto lo stesso tetto dalle grandi aziende multinazionali, Sony, Warner, Universal, sia records che publishing, agli artisti, ai sistemi di pagamento come Tipaldi, alle collecting come Sasem o come Sound Exchange. Quindi in effetti un'intera filiera che si riunisce non con lo scopo di discutere ed andare a promuovere degli interessi, ma a sviluppare il business internamente. Anche i loro modelli ad esempio la Music Beats, che è una sorta di Global Music Conference, nasce in un grande spazio dove è possibile incontrare portare tutte le persone, quindi un modello diverso. L'idea di invitare la Music Business Association qui nasce fondamentalmente dal fatto che noi come Pirames International Limited siamo membri della Music Business Association e membri orgogliosi di essere parte della Music Business Association. Io personalmente ho ricevuto un benvenuto, diciamo, che onestamente non avrei mai immaginato di ricevere in un territorio come gli Stati Uniti, che chiaramente in termini di mercato sono un elefante rispetto a noi, e soprattutto da italiano, pur diciamo formalmente essendo lì come general manager della Pirames americana, non immaginavo invece un così caldo benvenuto, come ci hanno coinvolto e come sono stati bravi a creare anche delle occasioni di networking negli ultimi 3 anni per noi. Mi fermerei qui, ma prima di questo I want to say thank you, Sonia, for being here. You know how it is a pleasure for me. I mean, what I've just shared is something you already know. We have talked about it a lot. So I'm giving I pass it to Giampiero so that he can continue. Right? Thank you.
Grazie Federico. Passiamo pure il microfono. Sonia, I'll introduce you very briefly. You've been in the industry for quite a period, and you've been with MBA for 2 to 3 years right now?
4 years.
4 years now, and we're looking forward to checking your presentation.
Thank you so much.
So, over to you.
Thank you. Well, thank you both for that lovely intro. I want to thank Milano Music Week for allowing me to come here and speak to all of you. I want to thank Pirames International for also letting me know about this event. I'm very excited to be here today, and we'll just start this presentation. As I mentioned, I am the membership director of the Music Business Association. This association has been around since 1958, and basically we are a company-based association. We have almost 500 company members throughout the U.S. and throughout the world. As a matter of fact, one of the fastest growing segments of our membership are our international-based companies. They're about 25% of our membership. And what is Music Biz all about? We are about creating events, networking events where business professionals can get together, talk about the issues and things going on within the music industry. We're also about educating our members as well and doing things that improve the industry globally. So you can see here just some of the international members that we have listed, but as I mentioned, we have almost 500 company members. We have a big annual event that takes place every year in May. For 2026, that event is taking place May 11th through May 14th. We have over 2,000 people that attend from over 30 countries. Typically 800 companies are in attendance. What goes on during this 4-day event? We have programming that starts from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You name it, these are the things. We talk about a little bit of everything. We talk about publishing. We have record labels there. We talk about AI. Because our membership community is so vast, we have artist management under our umbrella, we have law firms, we have retailers, you name it. We have every sector that's represented as far as our community. And we like to say our unofficial tagline is that our conference is where business gets done, because we have so many C-suite executives, senior managers that attend. This is a 4-day event. We handle business by day, but yes, we like to have fun in the evening. So there are showcases, there are dinners, there are lots of opportunities for people to connect, learn, and expand their business. So if you've never been to the Music Biz Conference, I invite you to attend. I am here all week, and because you guys have invited me here, I'd be more than willing to extend a special rate for you to attend the Music Biz Conference. It will be in Atlanta in 2026. Just as an FYI, we like to change locations every few years. So love to see you in Atlanta, but then in 2027, we'll be in San Diego. So I just mentioned the conference, and yes, that's a 4-day event. You may wonder, okay, what else do you guys do for the rest of the year? There are lots of offerings that we extend to our member community. These are some of the events that we do throughout the year. The Trust and Safety event is where we bring together music tech experts as well as music fraud prevention experts, because as we know, music fraud has been an issue within our industry. This is a one-day event that we typically hold in New York City. We start at 9 a.m., it ends at 5 p.m. It will be on the campus of NYC. As a member, you get a discount to attend, but you don't have to be a member. The Music Biz Roadshow is a lot of fun because I mentioned how the conference is very business focused, but we were passionate about making sure that creators, singer-songwriters, managers are also educated on the business side of the music industry. So we do a Music Biz Roadshow 4 to 5 times a year throughout the U.S., but we also do them internationally as well. We've been in Canada, Amsterdam, and we're looking at other markets to go to next year and the year after it. Perhaps even maybe we could come back here. I'd love to come back to Italy and do a Music Biz Roadshow here as well. We also do Let's Talk Physical. This is really kind of like a series where we still focus in on the physical business because vinyl still means something. So we have all the experts come together to talk about all things physical and the challenges and how we can improve it globally. Something else that's really close to my heart is Next Gen U. This is like a music biz conference for college students. So these are maybe students that are interested in getting into the music industry. So we do programming to give them tips on how to get into the music industry, what different companies are looking for. This is typically a one-day event. Something we're doing different next year is that the Next Gen U Student Summit will be on the last day of the conference in Atlanta. So this way students get to attend and we'll be offering them a really low rate to be in attendance. This is some of the education part of that I mentioned as far as what Music Biz offers. One of our more popular offerings is the Common Ground webinar series. This is where we pull our members who are experts on certain topics. Maybe they're presenting a new platform, or maybe it's just something they're very passionate about. We do this every other Thursday. It's free for anyone to tap in. You do not have to be a member to participate, but you have to be a member to present. And we do it every other Thursday. It typically lasts about an hour. And then if you happen to miss it, we will also archive it and put that content on our website, musicbiz.org. Music Biz Passport is something where we really encourage our international members to share their expertise in their territory, because what may work in the US may not work in China, may not work in North Korea, may not work in Canada. So we find that our executives of our US companies really lean in when we give the platform to our international members so they can share how they do business in their particular territories. The Future of What is a podcast that my boss has been doing for about 12 years. She gets around 15,000 listens per month, and this is where she'll interview various thought leaders that are from our member community. The Keeping Tempo blog series is more focused in about the trends and the technology and the things that are affecting the future of the music industry. These are all things available to our members to tap into, but again, we archive all of this content on our website, musicbiz.org. And again, that's free. Yes, I'd like people to join Music Biz, but I also want to share that we give away a lot of free information. So if you want to become a member, you can check out the QRC code, but hey, I am here all week in person, so please feel free if you have more questions that you want to ask about Music Biz, if you want to ask about the conference, more information, I'd be more than happy to have that conversation with you. Just as an FYI, you may wonder, hey, what are the dues like for our association? The Music Biz membership dues are based on a company's annual revenue. So let's say a company does $1 million or less. Then that company's annual dues would be $1,000. Once a company joins, everyone that works for that company is considered a member. So our dues range from $1,000 for maybe smaller companies to bigger companies like the Amazon, Spotify, etc. They pay top dollar, as they should. So that's around $30,000 plus. So again, if you have more questions about Music Biz, the conference, our offerings, I'd be really more than happy to speak to anyone who wants to talk to me. All right, I'm going to keep talking. I need some water.
I took it for granted that you were in the flow, so.
Okay, no, I'll just keep talking. I have the mic, great. So, let's see. This presentation that I'm about to present to you is from one of our members, Illuminate. And they used to be called Nielsen SoundScan. And they collect and analyze data from the music industry. Illuminate is a trusted leader in entertainment consumption, audience intelligence, and data management. And each year they seem to be adding their data collection platforms and including more countries, more formats, more data points to give us a better picture about the global music business. Our first chart here shows global on-demand audio song streams. We are comparing the first 26 weeks of last year, 2024, to the first 26 weeks of this year, 2025. I'm sorry. I thought I went to the next one. Overall, on-demand audio streaming is up 10.3%. We can see by the bottom chart that this increase is not being driven by the U.S. Outside of U.S. numbers are up 12.6%. By breaking things down, we can surmise that growth of on-demand streaming audio in the U.S. is slowing. We are up about 31 billion streams year over year, but we were up 50 billion streams last year at this time, growing but slowing. Also on this chart, it is important to point out that as of this moment, physical album sales are down in the U.S. In the first 26 weeks of 2024, we had a little album drop that accounted for 3.6 million units. Any guesses on what that album was? Ta-da! If you guessed Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poet Department, you are correct. If you pull out the units for that album, physical sales are actually up 5.5% over last year. Illuminate does predict that physical albums will be up for 2025 due to the October 3rd drop of Taylor's 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl. This chart is a quick look at global top 10 countries, with the U.S. leading the way with 765 billion total on-demand audio and video streams, and France coming in at number 10 with over 73 billion. Switching gears a bit from units, let's take a look at trends in music discovery and fandom. top discovery channels have stayed fairly consistent in the U.S. over the past 2 years, with younger audiences relying more on social media and less on traditional media channels. We see AM/FM radio, recommendations from family, and streaming services still in the top discovery channels, and we see movie soundtracks and video shorts gaining traction. Trends around the globe are similar, but here we see television remaining high on the list for each of these countries. Did it change? Sorry. Discovery channels gaining popularity in these countries, we see short-form video and other forms of social media. Interesting that Germany is seeing a rise in discovery through gaming. We'll come back to gaming in a few slides. In this business, we talk a lot about the superfan, those that engage with artists and music in 5 or more ways. This diagram is the new fan engagement funnel created by Luminate that explains the different levels of fandom. Understanding these groups helps marketers tailor activations and devise strategies to move fans closer to the superfan status. It is here, at the active fan status, that folks begin to commit to music with a financial transaction. That's over half of music fans are actively engaged. That last chart showed us that almost 20% of US music listeners are considered superfans. The UK is close to reaching that level with 16%. France has a concentration of 9% superfans, and Italy has 8%. I told you we would return to gaming. There have been almost 200 million global interactive on-demand streams since Luminate began measuring them earlier this year. Interactive on-demand streams are streams from gaming platforms that allow users to choose their own music and engage with songs as part of that experience. A few interesting points on these gamer profiles. While gaming is a majority male, females should not be underestimated because males make up only slightly over half of all gamers. Of the territories featured here, US gamers were mostly made up of Gen Zers, while millennials dominate in other countries. When it comes to live events, fans from European countries show more interested in attending festivals. UK Gen Zers are 39% more likely to attend a festival in the next 12 months versus Gen Z in the US, and over 30% more likely than other age groups within their country. UK millennials also intend to attend a festival. Oops. No matter the territory, festival goers cite cost as a barrier to buying tickets. Well, again, that concludes my presentation. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to me. I look forward to talking to more of you, and quite honestly, I look forward to learning more about Italy as far as what goes on here when it comes to music. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sonia.
Amen.
I seem to recall that as a policy, you won't take questions about the Luminate presentation.
I should have added this to the slide, and my apologies. So Luminate, who's one of our Music Biz members, supplied the data that I just presented to you guys. But as far as questions about that data, I'm not the expert, but I do have information as far as who that expert is. Jamie Martinet is VP of Insights for Luminate. I will give you his email address now, but also as we're talking and networking, I will give you his direct information as well. So Jamie Martinet, VP of Insights for Luminate. Email address, JMarconette@luminatedata.com.
We'll make sure to share that anyway.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you. Just making sure, are we going to be able to share this presentation with the audience?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Just in case somebody cares about checking the data and taking their time.
Yes.
Okay. We got some more time. We'd like to, first of all, do you mind if I speak Italian to the audience to try to connect in some dots? Ok. C'erano nella presentazione di Luminate degli spunti interessanti, un po' si connettono anche a quello che abbiamo ascoltato in panel precedenti. Molto interessante, vi suggerisco la parte sulla segmentazione per la parte della music discovery, particolarmente interessante perché la segmentazione fino a pochi anni fa non è stata una specialità della casa per l'industria musicale. Adesso questo profluvio di dati con i quali abbiamo a che fare invece non è che la suggerisca, praticamente la impone. E, per chi pensasse per esempio che la radio è un medium pressoché defunto, si dovrebbe ricredere, dipende veramente dalle fasce di età. Un altro cenno secondo me molto interessante era quello che si collega al fenomeno dei superfans. Per chi segue Rock All Music Biz, che io rappresento qui, per noi quello è un tema molto caldo e vi piacesse l'idea di approfondire su quello, potete semplicemente cliccare su un tag di una qualsiasi notizia, di un qualsiasi articolo su Rock All Music Biz, un tag Superfans, e lì troverete tutto quello che noi abbiamo scritto in merito. E di nuovo, secondo me questo è uno spunto molto ma molto interessante perché è in questa fase un momento di sintesi tra due parti della barricata. Da un lato ci sono tutti gli artisti do it yourself e dall'altro ci sono gli artisti super noti. Da un lato ci sono quelli che Sonia, citando Luminate, chiama gli ascoltatori casuali o passivi, dall'altro ci sono gli ascoltatori attivi. Questo è il sale del dibattito sullo streaming e sui ricavi dell'industria in questi anni, in questi mesi, in queste settimane. È un dibattito molto caldo, precedentemente con Nuovo IMAI e con IFPI abbiamo potuto anche toccare con mano le distanze che ci sono all'interno dell'industria stessa, però significa che è un'industria in cammino, in progresso, che profonda i propri sforzi per cercare di anche addivenire a delle soluzioni che riguardano tanto l'incremento dei ricavi, quindi rendere la torta più grossa, quanto intervenire sui meccanismi di ripartizione, di trasparenza, di equità e così via. Federico, io ho altre domande, però intanto volevo cederti un attimo la parola perché credo che anche tu voglia trarre qualche conclusione.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not talking about numbers, but I can. So I agree with Giampiero regarding Superfan. Clearly, we see a gap from US to Italy, 60%, 4%. So clearly, I see it from the Italian point of view. Just, I give a different reason to Superfan. I mean, at the end, when you generally talk about Superfan, the end is always the same. Okay, let's go artist-centric, I mean, so we can promote the Superfan and et cetera, et cetera. I personally don't trust this way. I mean, I think you work on Superfan, you gotta go on user-centric, which is something completely different in terms of sharing money, and this is my personal opinion. On the other point of view, I have to say I've been very impressed about the research on gaming because I'm a gamer. I mean, I'm very in love with gaming, and I'm also part of gaming community. You know, clearly with my avatar and etc. But and it's interesting to see how gamers they use PC, console, and etc. to interact with music. You know, because it's something. Sometimes I do, but generally when I use console, I don't listen music on console. No, I just want to play the game. Instead, I've seen very interesting numbers, which open clearly some reflection on how to improve investment in gaming, you know, and especially in the gaming community, you know, for improving streaming, you know, and music, how to promote music through that way. So I think the numbers are very interesting. I mean, so I will personally write to Illuminate to ask for more information. And I mean, I think this is my consideration right now.
Se volete lo sapevamo che avremmo avuto dei momenti di discontinuità per la barriera linguistica, però...
Se volete lo posso ripetere in italiano. Cioè,
se più o meno avete seguito tutti, io vorrei invece...
Scusate, no, perché con lei chiaramente parlo sempre che non ci penso neanche più, penso.
Sì, no, io vorrei proporvi... I'd like to ask a question to both of you. Opening up the... panel, Federico stressed the concept that the MBA has a totally different attitude and approach to networking than our, let's say, Italian way. So we tend to be compartmentalized, while you tend to be much more inclusive. You cross across the supply chain, so everyone belongs to the MBA. And we sort of broke the ice today, sort of importing your approach to Italy. So my question after all this speech, my question would be, imagine we meet here again 2 years from now. So 2 years is a long time, especially if you consider that 2 years ago we weren't talking about AI, for instance. So we meet here and we have a new panel, and you're back here with us. Which one would be a sign that things have moved in an interesting way after all we have seen, after all we have said, and after all we have imagined? That the question is for both of you. A sign of progress for Italy to embrace the MBA approach. What kind of sign would you deem as a positive sign?
From the point of view of music biz, yes, you want a lot of people in the room and the attendance, but it's about who's in the room as well. Yes, I would like Italy, lots of people who are from the music scene to be in the room, but a real sign of success would be from other countries and territories, that I have just as many people that have come from Canada, the US, North Korea, recognizing that this is an important market as well, and opening up that conversation and people wanting to come here to learn more about what's going on here in Italy. Those are the kind of things that I enjoy as far as bringing members together, because we have a lot of members that are curious and they're very honest about what they don't know. And to know that that they have that frame of mind that, you know what, I'm going to go there, I'm going to attend that event, and I'm going to learn something, versus just saying, well, oh, I don't need to go, I'm here in the US. So to come with a way more open mind, ready to learn and ready to admit, okay, I don't really know what's going on in this market, but there is value in this market, and maybe some of the learnings of what is being done here in Italy, I can take it somewhere else and do it in my territory as well.
Ok, thank you. Federico, a te la chiedo in italiano.
Vai,
2 anni da adesso, stesso panel no, ma insomma panel simile, MBA torna insieme a noi, con noi. Quale sarà stato, se ci sarà stato, un segno di cambiamento positivo dopo tutto quello che abbiamo Oggi semplicemente introdotto, presentato.
Guarda, io ti dico più che altro quello che io sogno possa accadere nell'arco di 2 anni. Beh, innanzitutto diciamo che scommetto che questa non sarà la prima volta della NBA qui a...
Sarà l'unica.
No, ci saranno sicuramente, sono sicuro ci saranno altre occasioni. Questa è stata una prima volta, ma è parte del loro spirito, cioè sono un'associazione globale, vogliono portare questo messaggio ovunque. E l'Italia chiaramente è un paese estremamente strategico da questo punto di vista, più di quello che noi crediamo e alle volte anche più di quello che alcuni numeri dicono. In più, voglio dire, anche questo tipo di relazione che si è creata, e non solo con lei ma in generale con tutto il board della NBA, è stato estremamente positivo, hanno visto un'opportunità, altrimenti non starebbero qui, quindi credo ci siano altre occasioni. Per rispondere invece alla tua domanda, io sogno di svegliarmi in un'Europa dove la prossima, diciamo, a livello normativo venga tolto questo benedetto opt-out per l'intelligenza artificiale, per il training dell'intelligenza artificiale, e noi si possa avere una normativa alla stregua di quella americana, dove sostanzialmente c'è un principio molto semplice: il titolare del copyright autorizza l'utilizzo per il training all'interno di un AI, non che deve fare un opt-out. Peraltro, voglio dire, a ben vedere non si capisce anche come tu lo debba fare, se scrivere a mezzo mondo ogni volta che apre magari una società che fa IA generativa sulla musica in India, gli devi scrivere ogni 2 o 3. Quindi io mi auguro che la normativa europea si adegui a questo e che fra 2 anni noi possiamo celebrare una cosa del genere. Insomma, ecco, questo è il mio augurio, se proprio vogliamo.
Ti faccio un'altra domanda, però prima spiego a Sonia che cosa ti sto per chiedere. Now I'm going to ask Federico, why would he try to convince an Italian company to join the NBA? So be careful. Perché consigliereste a un'azienda italiana di unirsi alla NBA?
Beh, se l'ho portata qui la NBA un motivo ci sarà. Io personalmente, allora, fatta la premessa che ho fatto prima, che noi formalmente siamo associati con la nostra società americana, però sai, io faccio il general manager qua, lì il CEO qui sono sempre io e sono italiano. E io personalmente da italiano ho visto delle opportunità incredibili e le abbiamo anche colte, e un po' anche il mio approccio, via dicendo, ho creduto che fosse un messaggio bello da portare in Italia agli italiani e ai miei colleghi, sperando che lo colgano e che da questo possano sviluppare del business. Se lo fanno io sono contento.
Quindi tu sostieni che diciamo, la partecipazione, l'iscrizione alla NBA ha portato effetti concreti e positivi al tuo business attraverso il networking?
Beh, io, guarda, cioè, la percezione che per esempio abbiamo avuto come azienda Pirames in America è surreale dal mio punto di vista, perché chiaramente approcci quel mercato sentendoti una formica, no? E poi semplicemente dialogando, magari hai l'opportunità di mostrare le tue competenze, cioè guarda, noi questa cosa la sappiamo fare, per dire, no? E te la giudicano non nella maniera di dire vabbè, io faccio 2 miliardi di dollari, tu fai 20 milioni, che vuoi, no? No, con una mente aperta, che secondo me qua in Italia un po' servirebbe da quel punto di vista lì, ma fosse anche dare l'opportunità, no? di dimostrare. Ecco, sembra una cosa strana, cioè nella vita prima ancora del lavoro dovrebbe essere normale, e lì è normale. A me questa cosa mi ha lasciato veramente piacevolmente sorpreso, anche perché poi, a essere veramente onesti, per noi sono intervenute anche delle opportunità di business incredibili, che ci hanno veramente consentito di fare un salto anche in termini non solo di percezione ma anche chiaramente di income, e voglio dire anche l'investimento che abbiamo fatto in termini di sponsorship sul Music Beats, chiaramente venendo dall'Italia, anche se la nostra società americana è molto forte, ma era un impegno, diciamo, un investimento importante che io reputo essersi assolutamente autoripagato, insomma. Quindi il mio invito, diciamo, all'industria musicale italiana è: andate a vedere. Poi la verità è che ci sono altri italiani, pochissimi, che abbiamo trovato lì, specialmente magari produttori di colonne sonore o via dicendo, lavorano molto con l'America, li abbiamo trovati, ma io personalmente credo che sia le associazioni sia le aziende dovrebbero provarlo. Insomma, alla fine stiamo parlando della più grande associazione di business globale della musica, che rappresenta oltre il 90%, sono in piedi dal 58, un motivo ci sarà anche, no?
Okay, a long story, very, very, very short. He's endorsing you, and he says that your networking works very well. Yeah, a lot more than that, but I don't feel like translating the whole thing.
Okay, thank you. I wish I would have brought my phone up here for Google Translate, because I know you said a lot of good stuff that I would like to respond to. I'm sorry. But I also just wanted to stress, you had mentioned something, music business is maybe different from different associations where we include everyone in the ecosystem of the entire business. So that's why, you know, we have the tech companies, the publishers, the record labels, et cetera, because we're all part of the music industry, and we can bring the issues or things that are really important to us. And so we're very intentional about being inclusive, not just from different business sectors, but from different locations as well. Hence why my boss thought it was very important for me to come here because we had never attended this event. And now I get to go back to tell her, yes, this is very important, and yes, I think that my boss, who's president of the Music Business Association, that she should come back and we bring some of our programming here as well. Hopefully she will let me come back with her, but more importantly, she'll come, and then we'll be able to bring part of the conference. If you're not able to attend the conference that we have in the US, we'll be able to bring some of that experience here. And I think that would be beneficial, not just to folks here in Italy, but to music business as well, so.
Thank you. Terminerei sulle parole di Sonia, che ha enfatizzato il concetto di una industria, di una filiera effettivamente molto unita, che attraversa ogni spettro, dalle tech companies fino ai publisher, fino alle labels, eccetera, e ha anche voluto esprimere gratitudine per il fatto che la sua capa abbia non solo consentito, incoraggiato che lei venisse qui, e lei pensa di riportare un feedback sulla visita in un mercato straniero molto positivo. Anche nell'intervento precedente aveva spiegato come ciò che sta apprendendo in Italia sarà per lei benzina, carburante per la sua prossima visita in un altro mercato straniero. Quindi questa inclusività dell'MBA si configura sia dal punto di vista delle specializzazioni di comparto, sia dal punto di vista geografico. Noi siamo precisi, nonostante siamo italiani, precisi come degli svizzeri. Siamo al termine del nostro panel. Io voglio ringraziare Pirames International per l'iniziativa e Sonia e MBA per la sua partecipazione e voi per la vostra presenza. Grazie.